Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass and welcome to Blind Date. Blind Date is a surreal horror game about having a blind date, where nothing will go wrong, and everything will go great. Ah, what a wonderful night to have a date. Got a nice view, got a nice restaurant. We got our phone out and are completely alone like most people. You check your phone. She's 10 minutes late. You're not sure what to do and discomfort starts to settle in your stomach. So this game supposedly has multiple endings. We will try to get them all. So let's just pick an option and see what happens. So we can either sit still, take a sip of water, or shift uncomfortably and adjust your collar. Let's take a sip. You sip your water. It's warm. I in fact don't see any water on the table. I see a glass of wine. That bothers me. Mysterious woman. Hey, I'm so sorry, I'm late. My car's in the shop and I had to take the tram here. I can either say I understand, I'm sorry, or shit happens, I'll get over it. Well, you know what, let's be blunt, or blunt and manly. I suppose it does. So her name is Karen. So, I'm Karen. I know your friend Rebecca. What's her name? Aaron. Oh, cute name. Tell me, what do you do? I'm a Let's Player. Also, I can't see the bomb option for some reason. I have to scroll down, I guess. I'm either a software developer. Dog face filters for selfies. Well, that's a good living. I'm a door-to-door team leader for Sun Life nutrient enhancements. No way. Trading crypto. Me, I push papers for the man. Clock in and clock out. Our lunch break 9 to 5. Kill me. The world is like a huge machine that needs all the cogs and gears inside to function. You work for the man. It's not the worst. Are you calling me a cog? The wingnut fits. This date's going good. It's going very good. You seem nervous. Are you okay? Do I look nervous to you? Look at me. Have my hand on my face. I'm pretty chill. Not particularly. Oh, sorry for being presumptuous then. Maybe I'm showing my hand. So, where are you from? From womb to tomb and living in the city. I moved here when I was a kid, don't remember much where I used to live. Or I'm still a tourist. Let's say I'm a tourist, I moved here a few months ago. Wait, no, womb to tomb. I've never heard that phrasing, but we'll use it. Really? Me too. I love the skyscrapers, the ocean, everything about this place. I say it's probably one of the best places to live in. Let's see. Sound like you've got good experiences. I'm rather indifferent. Wow. And here I think this city's a trap. I've been trying to get out of here since high school. What's out in that great blue yonder waiting for you then? Adventure? Romance? It's all just stories. Let's see. I've spent a pretty long time not finding any of that here. What's wrong with leaving? Wherever you go, your mind is always going to be with you. You can't escape a mental problem with a plane ticket. Is this a date or are you, give me some kind of psychoanalysis? I don't have problems. It's everyone else here who's boring. There's no opportunities here. Opportunities come and go for your whole life. I don't think you should consider this a lack of opportunity, but a place where you haven't found the opportunity you want to yet. I suppose. So, who's your last lover? Date's going bad, doing a frown. What's going on in the left table? No, seriously, what's going on in the left table? What is that? I don't know. We'll just ignore it. It's fine, it's life. I prefer to keep that to myself. Why? Why are you giving me the third degree? I'm just curious. No need to be so hostile. That thing is moving again. I really do feel need to be hostile. It's my own business. Karen releases an apologetic sigh. Oh, I'm sorry. That was rude of me. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been on a date, and I'm not very good at interacting anymore. Clearly. Look at my face. Oh yeah, sure. I promise I won't do it again. Continue. I really appreciate you taking me out. This is a very nice restaurant. I was reading the reviews on the way over. Oh yeah? This place was really the only place I could find that wasn't full on a night like this. This date's just doing fabulous. I am such a charmer. Well, that's fortunate for us. I suppose it seems like a really nice place. So how's Cassandra doing? Who? Do you seriously not remember your own mother's name? How do you know that? I'm getting wafts of a serial killer vibe over here. Karen glances upward, thinking, I'm so sorry. My friend at work mentioned her. Apparently she used to work for the company. I thought you said it. I wonder if this is a date or is this some kind of weird dream. Weird coincidence. Yeah, really weird. Why are you here? Wait! Wait, what's going on? Something's not right. It's getting a little weird up in here. Let's see. You mean like existentially? Or I'm really beginning to question that. Let's go with that one. That's not what I meant. Then what did you mean? Why are you here on this date? What made you come here today? Music's getting a little distorted. I'm honestly at a loss for words. Okay, well, seriously, what's your problem? Go with that one. My problem is you seem not to want to tackle the issue at hand here. I have no clue what you're talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Your loneliness. That crippling, aching hole in your heart that eats at you every day out of your miserable existence. You've been living alone for 3 years now. Such a long time. It's getting worse. Everything's going black. I could see you shaking all the way from the entrance. Did you really think someone would actually want to come and meet you? Please stop. You will always be alone. No matter what you try and do about it. Do you really think anybody could ever reasonably love you? I think this date is probably over. Let me just get the check, which I'm gonna give it to you. And then I'll get my bread in a to-go box, and I'll see you later. I don't deserve to be treated like this. But you do. You have nothing of value to offer anyone, and the only way anyone would love you is if they treat you like I'm treating you now. You're a pile of human garbage. A reject. Thrown out and cast aside as you rightfully should be. You hate yourself and hurt... Oh god, the building's going now. And hurt everyone around you, and yet you feel like you're owed the right to be lonely. Shut up. You've been dead inside for years. Maybe even your whole life. I've seen you eyeing up the pills in your medicine cabinet, and every time your cowardice wins out. Listen, self-doubt, get out of here. I can get the fuck out of here. What you need to do is realize just how insignificant you are in the grand scheme of your own life. How feebly your voice resonates. There is eyes on the right side, and that is not good. You're insane. No more insane than you are. True. And no matter how crazy I am, you're still a whiny little squirt who only exists to bog others down with your problems and be continually, achingly lonely. I don't even know why I came here tonight. This date's just been awful. I'm sorry. I know I sound angry and I am, but it's not because I hate you. I just hate looking into your eyes and only seeing pain day in and day out. You're hollow. You're on a blind date. And you should be happy to be here. To be talking to me, and yet you look so hollow. I just want to be happy. We all want something, but unfortunately you don't deserve that. This was a mistake. You shouldn't have come here. You should have stayed home. Ordered a pizza. No reason to take this abuse from me. I can never fix everything that's fucked up about you anyway. But you won't. I never will. I'm not gonna just magically fix your problems, if anything. I just make them worse. I'm so confused. I know it's a psychological thing, it's not a real date, but still. I'm not the solution. I'm the problem. You're the problem. You get in the way of your own happiness. You were my obsession. I followed you your whole life. I've never seen someone so unhappy. Dang it, self-doubt. If you weren't like so crippling to me and my psyche, we could have made a good relationship together. Why do I do this to myself? I honestly don't know. That's something you'll have to figure out alone. You're not fit for a relationship. You shouldn't have to rely on a blind date to be here. You should be able to be Paul on your own. You shouldn't have come here. God, you're a mess. None of this should have happened. I say I made things worse, but you were already a mental wreck before you walked in here. Why would you know that? It hardly matters. You need to realize that nothing is going to change. And the girl isn't going to change anything. One may come into your life every once in a while, but you'll just be back to where you are now. The underlying problem never gets fixed. Does it ever end? No, it doesn't. You lead a bare and desolate life. Does this scare you? Does it terrify you? Because it should. You are alone. Completely, utterly worthless. You shouldn't have come. Your life is just going to be one endless stream of misery that only ends in your inevitable death. Faced with all this, with your loneliness, with this abuse, what are you going to do? I'm going to stay. You're not going to reverse psychology me. I'm staying. Oh? Keep going. I like the abuse. I'm not trying to turn you on. I want to help you. I want you to recognize this horrible thing you are. I've been thinking the whole time that you're just off with learning. If you don't mind my boldness, then tell me, what do you dislike the most about yourself? I never finish anything I start. I start an anime, get to episode 25 out of 26 and never finish it. And? Not as far as I could be if I tried harder. I could watch 20 anime rather than 19. When you tell me I'm worthless, you're preaching to the choir. I might as well be talking to myself, because you are. Karen's smile is grim. I never left my apartment, did I? You're very nervous. Your shirt's soaked. Things are really collapsing now. But Karen waits for you to finish everything you said to me. Do you really think she's going to grill you like this? Is this normal? Why would she dislike you? She doesn't even know you. I don't know what to believe. I think you know this isn't right. I think you know that these thoughts are all your own. The pain is real, but is anything else? At what point are you holding yourself down because you're afraid to get up? I don't want to be afraid. What do I even have to lose? Come on, goofball. You're late for your date. Did we leave? Maybe we actually got a good ending. We tried to be obstinate, and we wouldn't got a good ending. If that's the case, I'm gonna laugh. So we're gonna try another run. Let's try to be not as, yelly. And let's see what happens. Maybe we get further into our delusions, or maybe things take an interesting turn, or it could be exactly the same. Sit still, waiting patiently. You sit and wait for a few minutes, beginning to sweat. Okay, so she arrives, we've seen this dialogue, I won't read it. But I understand it happens to the best of us. Well, thank you, though I don't really feel like the best. So I'm Karen, I know your friend Rebecca, what's your name? Joshua. Oh, cute name. Tell me, what do you do? Let's see. I'm a software developer for a company that makes dog face filters for selfies. Oh, is programming as hard as I think it is? You must be smart. For this brainiac, it's easy. I write scripts in my sleep. The deja vu one's interesting. Like, in The Matrix? Ooh, you see that little foreshadow they did there? The Matrix is a system, Karen. That system is our enemy. No, I gotta be watching for Elrond creeping around here, do I? Elrond? Oh! Because you played Elrond. Agent Smith. Why? Paranoid about something? The woman shifts uncomfortably for a moment. You seem nervous. Are you okay? I was at first, but feel a little better now. That's good. I try not to be too intimidating. So where are you from? I moved here when I was a kid. I don't remember much where I used to live. Oh, you poor thing, that must have been tough. I adjusted pretty quickly. So you're a little happier in this state. Adaptability is something we have infinite amounts of while we're young. But as time goes on, it gets harder and harder to change and conform. And see, now we're breaking into the psychoanalysis. There it is. Some of us are just always good at going with the flow. That's just the way people are sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that. So who was your last lover? And there's the frown. I prefer to keep that to myself. Why? Because it should be none of your concern. Same thing. Laughs nervously. I understand, I've been out of commission for a while too. Thank you. I really appreciate me taking out. There's that one. The view is really cool, isn't it? It really is. That's so sweet. I'm surprised you haven't been on a date before. So how's Cassandra doing? Excuse me. Let's see, same thing. No, wait. The question is actually, how do you know her name? Have you not mentioned her before? I don't recall it. So yeah, I suppose that makes sense. It's no big deal. It's like getting wires crossed in your head. I feel a little dumb now. Why are you here? Well, I've been trying to have a nice date. That's not what I meant. Then what do you mean? Why are you here on this date? Why are you doing all this? Okay, see, what's your problem? I'm honestly at a loss for words. You've been living alone for nearly 3 years now. It's a long time to be alone with your thoughts. What does the voice sound like? Does it sound like a certain Let's Player that's really cool? Maybe a certain manly badass hero, like this right now as I'm talking. The one that eats away at every day of your miserable existence. What the hell is wrong with you? God, you're pathetic. The way you drink, the way you sleep, your disgusting habits when you think nobody's watching. Come on, knock it off. We're having a nice date up to now. I can see you shaking. I just don't want to be alone anymore. I can't handle it. You'll always be alone no matter what you try and do about it. Do you really think anyone could ever reasonably love you? I don't deserve to be treated like this. But you do. Same dialogue. I can't take any more. I just feel so empty inside. You've been dead inside for years. I need help. Well, you need to realize how insignificant you are. Well, thanks. That's great help. You're wrong. Can you also say that I am, though? Can you genuinely look in the mirror and see something other than a pathetic, squirming, lonely child who exists to be miserable? Why are you saying these things? Same dialogue? I just want to be loved. Same thing. We all want something, but unfortunately you don't deserve that. This was a mistake. You should have come here. You should have stayed home, ordered a pizza. No reason to take this abuse from me. But you can. No, I can't. Same thing. I'm not gonna fix your problems. Why do I do this to myself? So what do I do now? I honestly don't know. That's something you'll have to figure out alone. You're not fit for a relationship? You shouldn't have to rely on a blind date to be here. Why would you know that? That's just what I am. I'm sorry. You don't need to listen to me anyway. What do I know? Who makes my opinions better than yours? Why are you doing this? I'm you. What do you mean you're me? You lead a barren, desolate life. Does this scare you? Does it terrify you? Because it should. You are alone, completely utterly worthless. You shouldn't have come. Your life was going to be one endless stream of misery that's only going to end in your inevitable death. Blah, 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 blah. Let's say I'm going to leave this time. Oh, are you leaving? There's no point in continuing, or I'm sick of taking this from you. Avoiding your problems isn't going to help. You'll find yourself keep going round and round and around. I'll make my own choice, thank you. Is it though? I wonder if you were doing all this again. Would you choose any differently, or are you doomed to return here again and again? Whoa, whoa! We're back. So does that mean what we did hit the true ending the first time? No, it's a little glitchy. So that's the loop ending. There's supposed to be 8 endings, I believe, but I'm not sure how different they all are, or how do you get them. But I think we got the gist, because the dialogue is mostly the same. Like I said, I think we got the gist of the story, and the resolution to it anyway. Let's see. I chose the deja vu option. Do you go on the main blind dates? No, I mean this exact conversation with you. It just feels like I've done this before. Can't say the same as the first time I ever met you. No, it's just too familiar. Are you sure we haven't done this before? I'm certain. You're really starting to creep me out. Listen, I've been on some other routes with you. Let's not talk about who creeps out who. You've got to be wrong. Seriously, this all has happened before. Ooh, the sprites went primitive. Will you stop pushing it? No, I won't. This is just too strange. Me, you, a restaurant. It's all too familiar. There's nothing familiar about any of this. Now will you shut up and stop acting insane? I'm sorry, I can't. There's something too familiar about this. Karen sighs. Can you at least explain in detail what you mean? Because I feel pretty insulted right now. Have you ever woken up from a dream that it feels like you've left one life behind and entered another? Everyone gets dreams like that, but I don't think you're dreaming right now. I'm not so sure, honestly. Me either. Karen lets out a depressed sigh. Why are you here? Look, it happened again. Of course it did. As it has, and it will. Again and again until you die. It's a loop. Well, okay, now you're agreeing with me? Unfortunately, yes, you've done this before. You came here today because you were lonely, because things didn't work out last time, because you have a lot of regrets, am I right? Yeah, we all have regrets. You're always coming to these elaborate conclusions about yourself, but it's the same thing every time. You're constantly fixing yourself and not realizing that you're fundamentally broken. Are you saying I'm caught in a cycle of depression? Yes, so I wouldn't say caught so much as you actively participate in it. This has happened before. You've been on this date before. How'd it go last time? It went badly. And regardless, here you are again on this date again. For you, it seems that loneliness is nothing but a cycle of having and losing, of fearing and loving. How does this make you feel? Confused. I hate it. I feel like I'm stuck in a pit of despair. You actively participate in this cycle of love and loss, willingly even. I suppose so. So do you intend to break this cycle or remain a part of it? I've already broken it once before. What? Things have changed. Hey, sorry I'm late. I got help at work. Happy anniversary, by the way. Happy anniversary? What's going on? Is this the real life, or is this just fantasy? 1 year sure is a long time. I have to say it's been a happy one. I'm really glad I met you. She smiles and to think you almost didn't show up for your first date. So did we break the cycle? Or did we just slightly alter the cycle? Like, was that a jump skip? To where we got out and we dated someone who was also named Karen? Or when we said, like, we broke in the cycle before, it meant we just slightly altered it. We just changed the sprites. It's confusing. We'll have to work on our balancing acts. We see ourselves through the eyes of others. Whether as tall as giants or as small as insects, finding your own self-worth is difficult but not impossible. What do you recommend? Baby steps. Let's start the date. She might be amazing, she might not be. You're going to decide when you get there, and she's going to get the chance to make the same choice about you. Sound good? Okay, sure, I can try that. Come on, goofball, you're late for your date. Not sure if it's a different ending, but now I'm realizing... Okay, so there is an actual date. The other ending makes a little bit of sense now. Whether or not he actually went on, or if he was just imagining it, it's questionable. But he's running a kind of simulation in his head, how the date's going to go down because of his anxiety and other problems. So, like, he never left the apartment, see? But someone did, like, get a blind date set up for him. So now I understand it. So maybe the other one was an optimistic ending. Maybe it was breaking of the loop. And that's why he said, like, and just imagine, you know, what if I never went on that first date? Let's try. I think I'll stay apart of it this time. Is that a good thing? It could be. Repetition allows you to learn from yourself and others, and that's okay. No, it's awful, but I can't face the prospect of being alone forever. Let's try it could be. Karen smiles. Looped all over again? So that's just kind of very similar to the loop ending. Actually, I'm not even sure I'm getting different endings. It's hard to tell. Well, I'm a goose. What? Let's face it. You're bored of the way you've been torturing yourself. If it's all the same over and over. I'm a goose now. This is the way it is. I'm Goose Pickle Rick. Aaron Joshua. You like them memes, right? That's hip. What do you mean I'm torturing myself, Goose? You seem so upset with who you are. Who do you think is judging you? Who are you feeling? Your worth isn't connected to what you can make, it's what you decide. Can I decide to be a goose too? Close your eyes and think like goose-like thoughts. I'm waiting in a city park pond. People are coming by, minding their own business, and I'm attacking them for no apparent reason. And this feels good. It makes you feel powerful. And there's an old woman with a bag of stale hot dog buns. There's a kid creeping up in your six. He's got a slingshot and a pocket full of rocks. I hog territorially and throw in a couple hisses for good measure. If nothing else, you would be an excellent goose, maybe even the best goose. When things are difficult, sometimes we have to reframe our expectations. Please don't be so hard on yourself. Thanks, Goose. Don't take anything seriously. If being true to yourself means being a goose sometimes, that's hardly the worst thing anyone can do. I'll try to keep that in mind, Goose. Taking advice from a goose. The goose stares at you from across the table. Leave the goose here! Don't take the goose home! Unfortunately, geese are not known for their pleasant dispositions. Shortly after picking up the goose, it breaks both your arms and puts you in a headlock. What hurt most was your pride. I just got Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, pile drived by Goose, which actually makes complete sense, because Goose are capable of doing that. So anyway, I'm not gonna go for any more endings. I think we got maybe 5, depending if you count them. I imagine some of them are just very slight variations of the other. The Goose ending seemed like one of the more dramatic change ones. And I think we found what would be considered a good ending once or twice. One was, sorry, you gotta be late for your date, so you did go to the date, and the other one was breaking the cycle, where I think, I'm gonna assume that was a positive ending. It was a time skip, where we went to the date. So I'm not sure what else we can add to the narrative unless there's like other Easter egg endings. But that is it for Blind Date. A game that is both good / decent, but it also has some issues as far as its pacing and narrative. Like it gets to the heavy-handedness part really quick. It's kind of short in that sense. Like right away, it's laying into us like you're a terrible, worthless person, and it's like only been 4 minutes, 4 minutes, and this date's already going down a hill. We haven't even ordered drinks yet, you know. So it should have had a little more build up to that, like a little more of a crescendo, because this is a crescendo style game. And then it should have smacked you with the rocks to the face. And then it would have made sense. It kind of got to that part a little too fast, in my opinion. But the overall message was good about, you know, kind of being stuck in a rut and self-doubt and depression, and our main character kind of being in their apartment and kind of redoing the date in their head because they're so nervous about going out. It's the first time they've been dating, and they need a break in their life. Like they gotta break something somewhere, and the first thing they're gonna have is it's not about finding love, but it's about taking big moves to shake your foundations. And that kind of sometimes knocks you out of the rut you may be in. That's the kind of the message of the story. But, like I said, sometimes a little heavy-handed. Overall, a good concept game. And an overall, you know, kind of good free indie game, frankly. Just that kind of thing about, like I said, the pacing and the crescendo kind of bothered me. That's about it. Anyway, so thank you all for watching me play Blind Date. I'll see you guys later, and take it easy.